Welcome to Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed, a space to connect with spiritual insights, open-minded perspective, and healing transformation. Hosts Kelly Eckhart and Cheryl Murphy are working evidential psychic mediums, spiritual teachers, and published authors who are coming together in friendship and teamwork to serve through the energy of spirit, healing, and animal communication. Each week, we invite you to join in a mixture of candid discussions, visits from guests and experts, intuitive development, and live readings to encourage everyone while exploring their multifaceted spiritual path. Come ready with questions and curiosities. And now, here are your hosts, Cheryl Murphy and Kelly Eckhart.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone, to Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed. We're happy to have you here this week. It's a very special week because we are going to be doing live readings today. And before we get started on our topic, let me say hello to my colleague. Hello, Kelly. How are you?
I'm great. Hi.
It's great to see you and have you here with us today. And, you know, you and I always talk before the show. We were excited about today's topic. A lot of people have this question about how do they recognize signs from their loved ones in spirit. So we knew that we would get a lot of questions today. We want to do some readings for you today. But really the topic is, how do you recognize signs from your loved ones? Like, how do they show up? And we'd love to hear from you, our wonderful audience, for participating, letting us know what signs you receive from your loved ones. How do you know they're from them? How do we miss them? That's always my big one. I get to ask so much, Kelly, like, why am I missing signs? Why am I not getting them?
It's true. And you know, people, I think sometimes we're just so conditioned to talk ourselves out of things because it doesn't exist, they think, or, you know, and be like, oh, that feather dropped, that happens, feathers drop. Well, do they always drop right in front of you, or do they always, like, do you find feathers in random places? No. Yeah. So it's just overthinking, I believe. Oh, we have somebody on here from South Africa.
Hi.
Welcome. That's where my husband's from.
Hi, Krish.
Yeah.
Hey, Krish. Yes. And Jennifer, we have Jose. Thanks for coming on today. Once again, we have a lot of other people. Tracy, we have Sacred Spiral. Thank you, Sacred Spiral, for producing our show. Always just want to give them a heads up. Shout out to them. Thanks so much. We're having such a great time working with Kelly and Michael and everyone behind the scenes. And Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate you all. And Christine put hummingbirds for signs. That is a beautiful sign. I love hummingbirds too. Yeah.
I think hummingbirds is a really popular sign, and it's really meaningful. And so my question, if Jennifer gets hummingbirds, how does she know? Let's ask her. How does she know they're from her loved ones? Like,
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, like did you have to practice that? Were you a non-believer, so to speak? And then all of a sudden, because that's what happens, is we just can't believe that we would be getting signs from loved ones. Number one, Kelly mentioned overthinking. You know, we want to, definitely talk about being too critical about it.
Being present and just not paying attention to the world around you. Like, we're just busy. We're not really, like, you know, sometimes it's good to take a moment and just breathe and, like, center yourself and look around. You never know what you're going to see.
Hi, Lynn. So, being distracted, being too busy, you know, expecting something dramatic to happen, right? The big horns to come through and the walls to fall down, or whatever, the earth to rumble and shake.
Yeah, like sometimes people will be like, if my loved one's really up there, you need to send me a butterfly by my front door at this time. Like, they have, like, you know, they have rules, right? Like, that doesn't work. You just have to be open for it. You have to be open to receiving, just like when you're manifesting things.
I let people know, I say, so we want to be open. And also, when you find a sign, to think about, what were you just thinking about before you saw that sign, right? You could have been thinking about your loved ones.
Or
what is your first thought?
Because typically I'll see something and I'll be like, that's my son. or I'll be like, "That's your mom," to Paul, because
Mhm.
that's my first thought that pops in my head, so I know that that's what it is. Yeah.
Uh, let's see, who was saying, Lynn was saying, we're usually afraid that it is our imagination, our wishful thinking,
Yes.
self-doubt. And I could see that, right?
True.
We could see that.
I mean, I'm my biggest skeptic. I'm I always process things in my mind. Is that real? Am I really just like, I overthink things too. I mean, I'm guilty. Yeah.
And and then what are some of the signs? We heard of hummingbirds. What other signs does everyone get? What
Yeah,
signs
let us
does our
know in the
audience?
comments, you guys. Cheryl, what signs do you get from your loved ones in
Well, I
spirit?
I can definitely take the hummingbirds for
Yeah.
one of my loved ones. Hummingbirds, I also get coins.
Does your dad give you coins?
Yes, gives
When
me
you said coins,
coins
I heard dad.
and my and the hummingbirds,
Oh, wow.
and I also get feathers from friends of mine, and these feathers come to my feet when there's no other bird around, out in the middle of nowhere.
Wow,
I'm
yeah.
walking to the mailbox.
I love it, I love it. I get a lot of birds, and,
Do you
like,
get birds?
I see doves. This is really unique because I have found white doves flying amongst all the pigeons in England, in, uh, India,
Mm.
and in Egypt. Like, everywhere I go, I'll spot a white dove, like, only one the whole trip.
Huh.
Oh, and in Hawaii. I saw a white dove in Hawaii.
Nice.
Yeah, so I always say, "That's my boy, that's my boy." That's him letting me know he's on the travels with
Your
me.
son.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, we got some good signs here. Roadrunner. I like Brenda's answer, Roadrunner, like the cartoon. And Liz says white butterflies from her dad and
Oh,
ladybugs from her grandma. I love
oh,
that.
ladybugs.
Yes.
That's a great sign, ladybugs. Or
I love ladybugs.
rainbows is another one, right?
Oh,
I
I
think
get rainbows too,
yes.
yeah, from
Mhm.
I I feel like rainbows come from, like, all my loved ones. It's almost like I feel them all when I see a rainbow,
Mhm,
like
mhm,
they're
and it
watching it with me,
can
you
very
know?
well be.
Yeah, yeah.
And cardinals, right? Jose says cardinal birds, we have
Mm.
bunnies.
And a lot of people
Oh,
are saying here that they have dream visits. That is a sign. I
mhm.
mean, it's a dream visit, but it's also a sign in a sense. I mean, you're sleeping, but you wake up thinking, "Oh, I just visited with my loved one." I mean, it's not really a sign, but I call it a sign.
I think it's a sign.
Yeah, I love dream visits. Music is another thing, certain songs that will play. For example,
Radios.
my husband's mother loved Frank Sinatra, and shortly after she passed, we were in, a restaurant in Vegas that was playing, like, loud, rock music. I think it was, like, hard rock or something, and all of a sudden, uh, Frank Sinatra came on, and it was My Way. That was her
Yeah.
favorite song. And it
Oh.
was so random. We're in a rock station and then Frank Sinatra and then back to rock. We were like, that was definitely his mom, you know?
The interjection, yeah. And look, people doubt. So just to, share with the audience, we have a lot of people that doubt. It's perfectly normal, part of the learning curve, to doubt or to dismiss it, or like to ask for that big, loud bang, sign. And it's all possible. It's all doable. But what
Numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, what I want to encourage people is to start appreciating the little signs first. Appreciate even when it's hard to believe, we have to really start appreciating it, because that's going to step you into the believing and the knowing and the confirmation.
Oh, white dove. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ever since my son passed, we get white doves all the time. I will see them in a flock of pigeons. It'll be this beautiful white dove. It's like hanging out with the pigeons, even in my neighborhood. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, that's great, Kelly. I love pigeons, and I get cardinals personally. I love the hawks and the eagles. I think those are my guides, actually. And I
Yeah.
get those types of signs.
Mhm. Yeah, that's awesome. There's so many beautiful signs if we're open for them. And then you'll hear people say like, "Oh, you turn everything into a sign." You
Yeah.
know, but maybe you're getting lots of signs because you need them and spirit's just sending them to you. So I don't I wouldn't worry about what other people think. I would just embrace it and appreciate it and love it.
And, sometimes it does start to feel like you're pretending. Sometimes you have to kind of step into that playful pretending mode, like, okay, let's just see, like, what if, right? And then you have to start kind of laughing with it and laughing with spirit because they are showing us signs
Yes.
all day long, like they are showing us signs, like when you hear your name or you hear their name,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
sign.
Or license plates. Well, one
License.
year we were in Huntington, it was RJ's birthday, and it was a couple years after he'd passed, and of course, had been seeing feathers everywhere, and I started to feel like, because people were making me self-conscious, my family, like, I just looked for, like, feathers and called them signs, and I was like, so when we sat down, there was, like, these 3 feathers right, like, in my chair, and I was like, "Oh, that's at the beach." Just I brushed them off, and then
Yeah.
I went out in the water, and I'm walking out in the water, and there's 3 feathers right next to me in the water. And then I'm like, "Nope, that's just a feather," like, I'm just, like, ignoring it, and then I'm, like, playing in the water for a little bit with Aiden, and suddenly the 3 feathers float by me again in the water,
They're
so I was like, "Okay, it's
yeah, they're
RJ's
following
sign.
you. They're
He's telling
following
me
you.
it is a sign, mom." Yeah. So sometimes when I ignore them, they, like, throw them in my face, I feel like.
Yeah, and look, they can come in flowers. I mean, if flowers meant something to your loved ones, I get roses and gardenias from one of my relatives because or the fragrance of that too, the fragrance of the flower.
Mhm.
Aftershave, right? Cologne,
Oh, pot
perfume,
smell for me.
great sign. That's a great sign.
RJ brings pot smell to our house whenever he's around. My son in spirit. I'll smell marijuana and be like, "What?"
Yeah, or right, cigarette smoke,
Cigarette
marijuana,
smoke, so strong for
cigar
me, yeah.
smoke.
Cigar smoke is the worst. I hate that smell, but I always smell it from spirit. "Oh,
Mhm,
they smoke cigars." It's like
mhm.
they want me to know. Yeah, that's
Uh,
awesome. They are everywhere, Jennifer, thank you. Yes. Yes, they're all over every day you could find a sign if you were open.
so
That's my
what
opinion.
So why are they sending us signs? Now I want to ask our audience, like, why do your loved ones take the time or the trouble, or why do they send you signs? Why do you think they are reaching out to you? Like, why would the spirit world want to make a contact with us? Why would they want us to believe that they're still with us and love never dies? Like maybe they're trying to, show us they love us, right?
Maybe they
Uh,
were on our mind, we were missing them, and they wanna let you know that they're with you.
Maybe you're mourning them, or maybe you're having a sad moment or a bad day, and they're here to support you, to uplift you, make you laugh.
Yep. That's what I think too. I think, I know for my son, I I was very, sad, but, like, he kept bringing through funny signs that would make us laugh.
Mhm.
And, our family deals with grief with laughter, so I feel like he was showing us that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with numbers, that's a lot of people not like 1111, or the birthday or the age. I mean, series of numbers, consecutive numbers, 333. These are all amazing signs from your loved ones, from your guides, and I mean, these signs come in with intention behind them. They come with love. They come with a meaning. So when you do get a sign, I want you all to just take a moment, take a pause, take a breath, right? Think of your loved one.
Say thank
Maybe
you.
ask, thank you, right? Show gratitude. Ask, what is that sign? What do they want to tell you? What's your message of the day?
Yeah, and one thing I will notice if you're, a skeptic, like in the beginning when I first started developing, I was receiving signs because I was asking spirit for signs because I wanted proof, specifically from my father. I wasn't really looking for the signs after I asked for them, and so he had to keep repeatedly doing the sign over and over and over. It took about 3 or 4 times before I realized, like, this is a sign, and it was with
Uh-huh.
the music, and the boombox kept shutting off, and
Mhm.
shutting off, and shutting off,
Mhm.
and I kept turning it back on and reconnecting it to my phone going, "What is going on? I'm trying to meditate," right? And then suddenly, I realized under the boombox, the string to the blinds was moving, but we had no AC on because I had no AC in the house. All the windows are closed and the room's dark because I was gonna meditate, and that's why I didn't notice it at first, but he made the string move that pulls the blinds
Mhm.
up and down that was right
Mhm.
above the boombox, so he did the music so I would notice, and it was
Yeah.
the only one moving, and when I acknowledged it, then it stopped and the music worked and everything was fine.
Exactly right. Once you acknowledge that they're here, they're with you,
Mhm.
it definitely, it moves the energy, it shifts the energy, and then your energy is more connected with them. They know you received the information. It's a celebration. So, I know it's easy to dismiss signs, but really your love, the spirit world will just say, everyone in spirit, your friends, your family, those dearest to you, it's worth paying attention to those signs.
It gives me comfort.
Mhm,
It really
mhm.
does. I feel whenever I do see a sign, I just feel like this, I don't know what you call it, like a little heart burst of love, you know?
It reminds me that, yeah, we're not alone,
Yeah, and I
we're not
feel
alone.
supported and loved, and I know I I don't know for sure, but I feel who it's for.
And look, even having a thought of your loved ones can be a sign, a thought or a moment, a memory, something that touches you deeply. I mean, that could be a
Yes.
sign that you're thinking of them. That could be them
Mhm.
also thinking of you, sending you love,
Yeah,
wanting you to remember them.
or a funny memory, or somebody said when you see people that look like your loved one in spirit
Mhm.
and it makes you think of them, that could be a sign as well, and that I agree with that. That
That
happens a lot,
that
you know?
happened. I saw my stepmother. I swear to God, I saw my stepmother bicycling down the neighborhood street,
Yeah.
and it was her. And there was nobody else around, like no other traffic. It was a moment in time, where time
Yes.
stood still. And,
Yes.
and she rode right by me as I'm driving, slowly through the neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
And it's amazing. And it's as if spirit superimposes themselves over the person,
Yeah,
or you, like they're just showing up for you to see that.
I love that, yeah. That is beautiful, I love that. Yeah, I think that's a good way to think of it as well. Um, there are other types of signs too that I feel like we're forgetting here. So we talked about the dreams, we talked about the ladybugs, butterflies, dragonflies, all those things. Music, there was one other one, I feel like we forgot one, but it'll come to me.
I know when I see like a gold ring, I think of my loved ones too.
Oh,
There's a certain
oh,
gold ring out there in the world that is a specific shape that
yeah.
when I think of my loved ones. Yeah.
I know when I see numbers,
Mhm.
I get messages because I will see, like, repetitive numbers, like
Mhm.
777, 333, 444, 1111,
Mhm.
like, repeatedly, and I'll be trying to be like, "Okay, stop looking for him, Kelly," and it just still keeps coming up. So I'll look
Mhm.
those up, and it's usually for me, the numbers aren't always my loved ones, but my spirit guides and my angels sending me messages is how it feels, or the universe, you know?
Yeah, good. And let's look at Mish. Mish as asking, could it be from someone else, like a higher self?
Like we're here and in, like, in 2 places, when here and on earth. I
Mhm.
think she means, like, here and in spirit, like, we can be in 2. So, like, perhaps, yes, our higher self can definitely send us signs. I feel like for my higher self, me, I usually just get these, like, wild, crazy dreams with a bunch of details, and I wake up all motivated and ready to start my day, like they gave me a list. But it might be signs too. Maybe there are signs and it's my higher self reminding me of something I wanna do or I need to do. Yeah.
I actually hear my higher self when I have to, if I'm looking for a yes or a no answer, for example, I can hear that. I can hear that guidance. So it's interesting that different signs show up from different occasions, from different loved ones.
Yeah, and perhaps the signs are customized to each person, and that's why there's so many different signs, because it's like only you would understand that sign
Oh,
for that
yeah.
loved one,
You
you
know
know,
mhm.
right?
Even a book title, right? When a book falls in your lap or you're given a book, you come
Yeah,
across you look at the title, it's just incredible how that's all you needed was that message.
or this is funny, tarot cards. Like,
Mhm.
I don't do tarot readings, I teach it, but, like, I do it intuitive tarot readings, but every now and then, like, I'll go get a reading, and when they say pull 3 cards, I'll pull 3 cards, and on the last one, like, a 4th card just flies out, and to me, that's a sign. And that
Mhm.
card's really important, and it always resonates, or it's like a message. And it could be from spirit, or it could be from my higher self, or it could be from my angels or my guides. I was like, that's just another tool for them to use to communicate with us.
Yeah, good. And you're helping me remember that, I remember I heard my dad's laughter from someone else, though. It's almost like they had the same laugh. Does that
Oh my god,
when they
yes,
or when someone says something, a mannerism or a phrase that
yes,
your loved one
yes.
would say,
And you're like, yeah.
it takes you back.
It
Yeah,
does. There was a
yeah.
young man that was coming into the store, the crystal store, for a while, taking some of the classes, and he looked like my son kinda, and he had some of his mannerisms, and he was
Mhm.
about the same age, and it really tripped me out because he was the same height, like, it was just weird, and he moved like my son, and I was like, "Wow, this is freaking me out." But I felt like that was just a sign of my son saying, "Hey, I'm bringing you people, and I knew you could help this guy," you know?
That's awesome, that's
Mm,
awesome. That's a
yeah,
strong
it is.
connection,
Yeah, it's
that young
interesting.
and and yeah, so maybe spirit will use us as a messenger, right, for someone
Yeah,
else
yeah,
too, so
yeah.
be open to that.
People, yeah. I know, like, some people are, like, animal lovers, and
Mhm,
when they pass over, I feel like they'll go to the animal lover and their family and help animals
mhm,
find them, and
mhm.
then they'll suddenly become the animal rescuer and take over where they left off, and I've seen that in a lot of things, like, I didn't start rescuing until after grandma died because she had rescued all her life, and, it's like you hear the stuff like that, you know?
And that's when they get on the path, it's when they have loss or they're longing for their loved ones, then they start looking for answers or they have a curiosity. And, I mean, so really the goal is to be open, right? So how do we prepare ourselves, Kelly, to be stay open? Like how do we go out in the world and say, look, I'm just open for a sign from my loved ones, right? We
Well, I
thank
think
them in
it's easy to
advance.
say, but then not do. It's sort of like setting an intention and living by it. So, I feel like it's like a matter of slowing yourself down just a bit.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean you have to be
yeah.
late everywhere, but
Hmm.
breathe. You know,
Yeah.
walk with purpose, walk with mindfulness and being aware of your surroundings. Often we're just walking with this tunnel vision, not wanting to look up and say hi to people or look at what's
Hmm.
around us. I mean,
Hmm.
that's not a way, like we didn't do that when we were kids, but now we all have like our phones and
The phones, it
we're
must be the
constantly,
phones, right?
yeah, or there's, like, the street lights going and the cars honking, and wherever you live, it could be very busy, so it's hard to be present, but being present and being mindful is, like, very important, and I think once you've, like, you're able to manage that part of your nervous system, you
Mhm,
become aware and things start to happen. That's
mhm.
what I think.
Yeah, right, slow down, just slow down, because the universe is speaking to us
Yeah,
all the time, really.
yeah, they are constantly. It's noisy in here, let me tell you, when I was a kid.
But it's almost like even when other people are connecting with you, there's a sign there too, or there's a message. Like, there's a reason why we're talking to certain people or we're meeting certain people, right? Everybody has a lesson or a message for us, or, maybe they're open to their loved ones, as we said, and we're going to be the messenger for them. So, just keep your heart open, right? Keep your eyes open, keep your heart open.
I feel like, spirit brings people into our lives, and that's also a sign. And so, for example, Ellison passed last year, and she had this issue with mold. She had mold toxicity and had, after that, after she got better, never wanted to be anywhere near mold and had paranoia about the mold. It was over the top a little bit. It was hard to see, it was hard for her. So after she passed, all of a sudden this lady came into my life who was obsessed with mold.
Oh,
And
is
I
that
said,
right?
"Allison, did you bring her to me?"
Probably.
She was a very nice lady. She was in our life for a few months and then she moved on, but I just thought, she was meant to show up at that time. I feel like Allison, it was shortly after, I think it was in October last year, so right after, 6 months after she passed, like,
Huh.
suddenly this lady comes and I end up picking her up and bringing her to an event, and because Allison used to always ask me to pick people up, and I would, I would always help her out and just pick up strangers. So here I am, I did it again, and I don't know how I got into that. I feel like Allison roped us all into this. Me and Paul are in the car, and she starts talking, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and we're like, Allison.
So that's a sign is someone showing up in your life that has similar.
Yeah, it felt good. It felt good, like she wanted us to help this lady or be there for her. And
Yeah.
she brought this lovely person and knew we were the right people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And one way for people to understand and be open to signs is not only have a soft place in your heart, like, you know, Kelly mentioned setting the intention, but also softening your heart. Also, you're going to develop trust. That is a huge thing because so many people just don't want to step into that trust portion of the signs. But what happens is it really does make you laugh. The spirit world, our loved ones, everyone has a great sense of humor, and you're going to be receiving signs to where your energy is so high and so free and so open to love that you really just naturally step into a belief,
And
a
just see it.
trust. It's just natural. So don't force it. Don't expect something different.
And there'll be times where I get no signs for the longest time. I just don't hear from spirits. I don't feel my family. I feel like, oh, I'm all alone again. And that could, happen. And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I never see them anymore. Where'd they go? Why don't I feel them? And then suddenly I'm flooded with all the love again.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have to say it's like when we need it, they're there. And when we don't need it, they know and they're like, they let us be.
Yeah, they definitely are looking out for us. And, it's all about love. It's all about the power of love. It's all about showing us that they're here and they are guiding us, really, I think, or they're supporting us. They know what our lives are like. And they're here to root us on, from
Yeah.
the other side.
I always say we have such a powerful team on the other side with all of our loved ones that we personally knew that were physically here on the earth with us, all of our guides, our angels, the universe itself. I mean, this beautiful, amazing amount power, right? Some people call this God, but we have all of this beautiful things that we could tap into to make our lives better. I'm not saying it's going to make things perfect, but it definitely is a beautiful feeling that when I am going through tough times and I am dealing with tough things, I have all this support, all this love, and the science to show me that I'm on the right path,
And that's the spirit world not showing us that they have to prove that they're with us. They are here to remind us that they're here. They're here to remind us that love never left, love never dies, love continues. Your love, life goes on.
Yes. And before we start with the next section, can I just share something I've started doing that came to me in my sleep, of course, which is I feel like when I sleep, I'm meditating and talking to the universe because I wake up with all these ideas. I've been obsessed with painting rocks. So my new rocks that I got a whole bunch of different ones, but I'm going to paint on them positive affirmations and then things like, here's a sign from your loved one, love your spirit family. And I'm decorating them. And then I'm going to put on the back at Medium Kelly, and I'm going to put little notes on them saying, hey, tag me on social media, let me know that I made your day,
Oh, nice.
And there'll be little signs all along the river on my bike rides because we're going on these bike rides on the river every day.
Oh, good.
And I thought I want to leave rocks on all the little benches and everywhere and little notes. Some of them like, you are loved, you are enough. And just, just to brighten up everyone's day, because affirmations are kind of like, if you want signs, I feel like setting that intention or setting an affirmation, I will see more signs every day now because my mind is open. Like that's an affirmation, right? So I feel like these things help people.
It will help people, and you're gonna, be that light angel that you are, just sprinkling goodness.
My nerdy Kelly. That's what the family calls me over here, painting rocks. I'm gonna start posting them on my social media. Does that officially make me old?
No.
Does that make me an old lady now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's get into some readings. I think people are waiting for readings, and people have been waiting for a couple of weeks now because we're on in our show now. We are a couple of weeks in. We are so excited to start doing readings, to answer questions.
Yeah, we're ready. So are we going to bring anybody backstage, or are we just going to answer in the comments?
Well, let's answer in the comments, and then if we get a nudge or if you get a feeling from spirit,
we can ask. Okay. So if you have a psychic question, ask it in the comments. And are we going to just do mediumship and see what comes through, right?
Sure.
So we're going to take turns. I'm going to do a reading connection. If you understand the information I'm bringing through, just say, yes, I understand, and what you understand. And if there's something that you understand everything but one or two things, just tell me what you don't understand. But don't feed us information or make anything fit. It's really important you put in the comments what it is I said that you understand because of the Facebook delay. I hope that makes sense. Who wants to go first, you or me?
Why don't you go first, Kelly? Because
Okay.
you
I kind of feel spirit. I'm glad you said that.
Good at
Yeah.
giving those directions there.
Oh, I don't know. All right. I probably forgot something, but we're good enough. I was just telling somebody I do this, and I found out it's a stimming thing because it's like an autistic stimming thing, and I'm like, oh, because somebody's like, oh.
I thought it was the Harry Potter thing.
But it's stimming. It's like a way, like I play with my hair and I do this.
Oh.
I'm just started noticing it. But whenever I feel spirit, I start doing these things.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
I have a man that's stepping forward. He has a great sense of humor. He has a big smile. He's a bright light. He's very energetic. And relationship-wise, I want to say this person never made it to old age. I feel like they're still I can't tell their age. They're very good looking, between 30 and 40, very charismatic. And it feels like this could be family or somebody who's very close to you, like family. And I feel like this is for a female, not a man. So this guy is looking for a female who's like almost like a sister or a love, but there's love, but it's like we're almost like family, but we're not. And I do feel like his passing was very tragic, very unexpected. It feels like an accident. It feels like this was some sort of a tragic accident, not an illness. And I do want to say, like, this guy makes me look at him and I'm like, surfer. Like, he just feels like this beautiful brown kind of shaggy hair, and like he's throwing the water off, and he's so good looking and he's so charismatic, but he was such a sweet, loving soul. So
Nice.
Wanted to make everybody smile, everybody laugh. If anybody can understand most of this or all of this, let me know in the comments what you understand, please, if you can. It seems like the comments just stopped.
They did. They kind of, I don't know if they.
Nobody understands? Or did the comments freeze up? We haven't got a comment.
It looks like they
Over a
both
minute.
know.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oops. Open, please. Oh, no, that was something else that was there.
Mm.
My brother, he was middle-aged. It was tragic and a loving soul. Julie, let me work with you and see if you understand. Julie, okay. No, Ariel, he was older. I want to work with Julie. I believe it's Julie because he was between 30 and 30, 40s. Maybe he was a little bit older than that, but he wasn't younger than 30. Sounds like my son. Very happy, unexpected death. Okay, well, let me work with you and Julie. I don't know if I could remember these. Oh, and Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer, your partner. For some reason, I got this big bump with Jennifer. Would you understand there's no children? I don't feel like he was a father, but would have been a great father. I don't feel like he had children of his own. If any of you guys can understand that, let me know.
No, not for Karen, but Karen, I do see your question, and I want to come to you next with the.
Okay, so if anybody can understand that, I don't feel like he had children. Let me know if you still understand that, Jennifer. And I don't remember who the other two people were.
Julie Joanne Burkle. That's where you were. Really
okay, you were my first one I was with. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So Julie, let me work with you. So you understand everything so far, it sounds like. I do feel like I'm with you because I think you were the first one I was with. He wanted children. I agree. Don't tell me anything in the comments, please. I'm not going to read the comments anymore. I'm just going to talk if someone can read. Tell me, Cheryl. Okay.
Got it.
So I feel like, he's sending all of his love. And I also feel like it's like he wants to congratulate you. He wants to, it's almost like he wants to say, congratulations on all the excess. Let me know if you understand that in the comments, because it's almost like he knows that life is going better for you. And he wants to say, I'm so happy. This is, he's like clapping for you. I also feel like I want to celebrate with you. So he's coming through really to say, like, let's celebrate, like, I'm still with you, I'm still here, and I'm so proud. So I hope you understand this message, because that's what I'm feeling from him. I also feel he's sending love to somebody else that was very close to you all. So there's like a group, a friend group, and he wants everybody to know, like, I'm okay, I'm
Mhm.
doing good over here, and he's not alone. And I feel like you know who he's with on the other side. That's what I feel like. He's like, I'm not alone, you know who I'm with, I'm doing good. So a lot of love from him. I hope you understand this. Let me know in the comments, please. I'm going to hand over to you now, Cheryl.
Thank you. Karen, I did see a question at 4:33 from Karen, and I want Bonofilio, a psychic question. She said, "What is in store for me in April?"
Oh,
And I loved your question because it feels like the dust is clearing. So I hope you can take that, Karen. It's as if you've either been you've been very busy, you've had a lot to do, perhaps you're feeling stuck. And I feel like you've been buried under a big boulder, like you've got so much weight and pressure around you, but you have somehow got it moved out of the way, but the dust is still clearing. Like there's still time to still be patient. I do feel like there's a new horizon ahead of you, is what I'm hearing. I feel like this fall there's travel. If you're planning on, like, this is a great time for you this fall, because this is a great time of year for you, like the fall, the winter season. I know for some people they like to kind of stay in and stay warm, but for you, I feel like no, I want to get out. I want to move. I want to change the world. And I really feel clarity happening for you this year. I feel like that boulder, something that got you, that you were stuck in some way that held you back, or you had to, just take care of all this busyness that I felt with you, has served you in the right way, because it's taught you some patience and perhaps just some more kindness to self. I hope this makes sense to you. I really feel like this year is accelerating for you. That's how I'm going to leave you with that reading today. It's a year of acceleration, but it really started out with this big cloud of dust. Okay. All right. Thanks, Karen.
that was beautiful. That was beautiful. My turn.
Okay,
Did
Kelly.
we want to share about our events that are upcoming
Oh
events
yeah,
real quick?
definitely.
So I have a small group reading coming up on April 12th, and I still have a couple tickets left for anybody. Everybody that joins gets a reading. It's limited to 10 people max. And to get a ticket, you could just go to mediumkelly.com/events, like in the comments down below there in the little thing. Oh, look at my nail. Yeah. You can just go to my website and to my events page, and you'll find it there. Okay. And that's my event. Why don't you share
And
yours?
hey, look, there's your website, mediumkelly.com.
Yes.
For everyone, just sign up for Kelly's newsletter. You'll always hear from her what's happening, what she's doing next. For myself, I also have a small group reading event. It's happening August 23rd. It's on a Thursday. I'm only working with 6 people, but everyone gets a reading. It's called my Circle of Love small group reading events. They're going to put a link right in the scroll here. So thanks for doing that. But you can also go to my website at mediumcheryl.com and sign up for my newsletter, check out my events page. Kelly and I work together on this radio show and some other amazing events, but also we do our own thing too. So, Kelly has a lovely, online business going. I'm doing the same. I know Kelly's going to be getting out more this summer, right, Kelly? Aren't you heading to Huntington?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, that'll be great.
This summer, I think. So
So,
very excited.
yeah, we both do private readings. We both do small group readings. We're both teachers and mentors if you're meeting us for the first time. But look, we've been doing this radio show. Gosh, we think it's our 5th season now. But yeah, so really, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, our pages. We so appreciate your support. Building our community, building this high vibrational community of opening people's hearts to their own intuition is really just a goal of ours. We really want you to feel connected to your own guides, your own angels, your loved ones. And that's what we're here to teach and to share, and then also do readings.
Yes, I love that. So I'm going to look for a psychic question here this time. So you can help me out. Cheryl, did you see any in here?
Will. Oh, good, Karen. It makes total sense. That's great. Great, great.
Okay.
Uh,
If you could post one of the questions.
I do have a question for you from Deanna at 439.
That's the one. That's the one I was looking for. Where is it?
She says, "Why have I never heard from a certain loved one? It has been so many years, please." So,
I wanted to touch on that. So,
uh,
Deanna, a lot of times, like loved ones don't show up for people. I've had this happen. I don't know if you've heard of Cindy Kaza. She's doing a documentary on how she can't connect with her brother who passed. It has a lot to do, but I don't know for sure. But it feels like it has a lot to do with me. Like if I can't connect with someone, it's because I'm maybe too emotionally distraught over it. I'm grieving really hard. My nervous system can't handle it. There's lots of reasons. I think sometimes we're just, even though we really want it, we're not really ready for it. And it's like, I don't know. These are the things I imagine because I had a difficulty time connecting with my best friend. Still do, but she comes through now. But it took a long time, and I cried, because I missed her so much, and I never got to feel her or anything. So I understand this. I just think I have to look at myself, and when I started looking at myself, and I started opening up more, and I started trying to relax a little bit more and let things go and release some of my grief and my pain, suddenly she started showing up for me. So I think my nervous system was protecting me. And perhaps that's what yours is. Your nervous system or something is holding you back. That's my best take. What about you, Cheryl? You feel the same way about that?
I do, and I would. I know you're going to encourage her. You keep asking. Keep praying. Keep wanting it to happen, but not like overkill.
Yeah, don't get hard on yourself if it
Yeah,
doesn't.
don't get hard on yourself. Don't pull on the energy. Be grateful because what happens is it'll help you slow down. Maybe be aware of the littler signs, just micro signs, even right, very subtle. And then we really have to take those little signs as a sign in order to kind of step into that energy of I got this.
Yes.
I got this.
Yeah. It can be difficult. Yeah. A lot of things can hold us back. My mom was a medium and she never could connect with her parents because she had a lot of hurt and anger at both of them. But I think she wanted to, but never could. So it's like I felt like she was holding herself back.
And fear is a big one, fear of, oh my God, I'm opening myself up to who knows what I'm opening myself up to, what else is out there. And that's why we always teach, set the intention, because when you set the intention to help yourself or someone else, you're really sending that energy out into the universe that you're asking only for the highest good for yourself. You're only asking for your loved ones, your guides, your angels, right? Because we want you to stand in your power when you're asking for those signs. We don't want you to doubt, and doubt kind of falls into the fear category.
Yes.
Yeah,
It'll I feel like there's not like a real answer for anybody because it is unique for each person why they can't connect. I'm really looking forward to watching Cindy Kaza's documentary when it comes out. So if you have the opportunity, look her up on YouTube and follow her because she teaches and she's amazing. And I'm excited to see this and what she's come up with. She's been traveling the world to figure out how people deal with death around the world and why some people can, why she can't connect with her brother and things like that. I don't know the whole thing. I just know a little bit, but yeah, it's a really good question. Really good question. Thank you.
And may I ask at 443, we have Skevenston, is that right? Am I saying it right? A psychic question. I
Yes.
think I'm learning to surrender my fears and being more open. I'm wondering if I'm on the right track.
You want to do this one?
I'll start it and then
Or
you jump
want
in.
me? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you start it? Because I know you're already tuning in. You go for it, Kelly.
So right off the bat, Skevenston, I got the feeling of like you're totally on the right track, but it scares you because typically you like to control everything and you feel like you're not in control, but you really are in control. It's almost like you're arguing with yourself. And so I want to say you are surrendering, keep surrendering. and being more open. It's going to take time to relearn or, retrain your mind to be in this mindset. So I think you're still a little bit struggling, but you're doing everything right and you're on the right track. That's what I'm feeling. I do feel like really good things are coming for you and opening up for you because of this. It's not only going to enhance, like, whatever you're trying to learn, but it feels like me open up opportunities for you. And these feel like opportunities to grow even more. That's what I want to say. What do you feel, Cheryl?
I do feel, Skevenston, that there is there's a controlling aspect in what you're having to surrender, that you probably think a lot, or you use your left brain a lot, and you like to control things, right? And controlling is very good. We need people who are in control. But connecting with spirit, when we talk about surrendering, and it's not about surrendering meaning no control. It means surrendering meaning offering maybe a side of you that's filled with love, right? Offering patience, offering like no mind in some way, like the thoughts are lessening. Meditation would help with that, like decreasing the amount of thoughts that we're thinking and moving into the heart energy, and letting your heart feel what it wants to feel and sense what it wants to sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that is kind of surrendering, as you're surrendering to the presence of spirit, or to hearing a message, or you're open and you're filled with love. And if you really want to get your heart connected with love, I connect with animals a lot. So I always think of my animals, my dogs or my cats, how much I love them. And or your children, you could think, any way you can connect with that feeling of love and innocence, right? That's like a surrendering. But Kelly, I'm agreeing with her as far as there's a power with you. Once you step into that, you are on the right track. And once you step into that surrender mode, meaning like meditate, let more space come in between your thoughts, right? That's kind of a surrender is what we're talking about. Like free the mind up. And that way your whole body will just relax, and you'll focus on your breath, your breathing. You'll be in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good place to connect with spirit.
I love that. That was beautiful, Cheryl.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're a minister, huh?
Am I a minister? A little bit.
I know. I love it. I love listening to you talk. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Church. No. That was gorgeous. And I resonated with all of that for that.
Oh, great.
Well, for them as well. I don't know. They. That was a good one. Any info on a move for us? I feel like, yes, it's coming sooner than you think. That's what I got right off the bat. What about you, Cheryl?
I definitely felt a yes, Lynn. I don't know why I felt more than one move, like a temporary move or a side move. Maybe you go on vacation and come back and move, that feeling, or one place is a hop off to your next destination. But I feel it's all good. It's all sounds like fun and an adventure. So yeah. I think you were definitely being guided.
Yeah, I feel that too. It's going to be good. Pick another question. Oh, there we go. I still can't connect with that's Liz. So she can't connect with her best friend either. It is a good question. So thank you. Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, it's hard sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Any messages for spirit? Any messages from spirit for me, please? I am exhausted and trying to find strength to carry on.
I was looking at that question, so I'm glad we picked that one. Thank you.
She came last week.
She did.
Yes. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I remember that blue hair in the picture of the blue.
I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, good. A two-step move makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Where'd she go? We lost her. They had her up there, and then there she is. So I wanted to give her a reading.
Yes, please, Cal.
Okay. So Bernadette, I don't know if you're talking about your guides or your loved ones in spirit. Mm-hmm. I want to say I feel a grandmother spirit coming in on my left side, which is typically father's side of the family. Could be a great grandmother because she feels like she was very old when she passed. And I feel like this woman was very strong and willful. Like when she set her mind to something, there was nobody going to get in her way. I guess willful is the wrong word. What would you call that? Stubborn in a good way. Persistent. That's the word I'm looking for. She was very persistent. And so when she set her mind to something, she always got it done. And if she needed help, she'd make sure she got somebody to help her. That's the kind of feeling I get. I feel like she was somebody who took charge. She was a leader and she had a lot of strength. And really it's about you carrying on and holding that strength for the family, because I feel like you're the one that everybody comes to. Like she was the one everybody went to, and she's saying like she's giving you strength to hold on, is the feeling I get. I also feel like, hold on one second. And I'm looking down here. Let me know if you understand any of this in the comments, please, and what you understood, just so I know if I'm on the right track. And as I connect with her, I know she's not alone, this grandmother figure, because I feel like I want to go down a generation or two. And I feel like there's a man with her. I'm just not sure of the relationship, but I feel like a connection. So I don't know if this is like a father figure or an uncle, but I feel like there's another person going down a generation that's with her as well. And I know there's a big family, but I feel like these two people are important, is what I feel. And I don't know. I don't see any feedback. Do you?
Not yet.
Okay, so I'm going to pass it on to you, okay? Okay,
So,
she does have a great-grandmother or a grandmother, but she doesn't remember her. I just feel like she was a strong woman. And
someone's asking, who is that for? Like, who are you reading? Are you still reading Bernadette?
Bernadette. Grandpa and my dad. Okay, they're together. Yes, so a lot of I feel like a lot of love is pouring out, and I feel like it feels almost like your dad hasn't been there that long. So I want to say like he feels like he's more newer over there compared to them, and they're kind of all surrounding him with love. That's the feeling I got. So I hope that resonates. Cheryl, anything?
So, well, I love the readings you gave her, because I do feel she's very intuitive. And Bernadette, I just feel like you definitely need, when you mention it's hard to go on and you're exhausted, I'm feeling like saying no or putting things down, like you are definitely taking on too much of a load for other people, or you're taking on too much responsibility. But I do feel like learning and books, and I don't know if you're going to school or you're very much an empath, and I think the older you get, the more you're realizing how sensitive your energy is and how precious it is. So we do have to adjust, right? We have to accommodate that. And when I start feeling your energy, I want to say, my goodness, she's an empath. And learning to set those energy boundaries is important. About not working so hard mechanically, and trying to get some more rest, meaning connect on your own with spirit. Maybe you can journal, maybe you can write, but it's not about learning through a book right now. We'll just say that it's about experiential, and that's going to give you energy. I think you have a huge amount of spirit guides over there. Who did Kelly mention? You mentioned a man over there, Kelly?
I've got it's her father. I've got the grandmother and the grandfather. Yeah, it just felt like a lot of love on the father's side of the family, surrounding him with love and sending love to her, and just really a lot of support.
I would absolutely say that. Yeah, that was your dad asking, for forgiveness, and kind of wanting to walk the talk and walk the walk. And that, you do pick up after a lot of other people energetically. Mm-hmm. So we also have to learn, to let people have their stuff back, give it back to them, and not take on not do things for other people to the point of exhaustion, right? That's what we want to say.
Overextending your energy. Letting people take, and not putting back in for yourself. It's not my time, right? Yes, it is not your time. You have a gift. You are meant to do some amazing things. And this is just part of, I want to say, like, your journey of growth and understanding so that you can help others. That's the feeling I get. So there's a gift that you either have just started tapping into or you're coming into it now, but it's definitely like going to blow wide open. That's the feeling I get. Yeah.
I also feel like there is a book, you want to write a book, or there's a book coming that you're going to write, because I'm hearing Spirit say, write your own book.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're going to teach or not. I'm not going to go that direction, but I do feel like your life becomes easier, because it definitely has been hard, or it has been a struggle at times, because once you start learning not to carry the weight or energy weight of other people, then life does become a little bit lighter and more fun, easier.
Yes, yes. Yes, and yeah, you have a gift, Bernadette. You need to go explore it for sure. And you can take classes online. You
Uh-huh.
could, if there's wherever you live in town, or look for classes in town if you want. Usually, like some of the crystal stores have them. But you need to investigate. You're meant to do something very special with it. That's all I'm going to say.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Bernadette. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
back to our
Bernadette.
show.
Yeah. So it is almost 5 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, where did the time go?
Look, is that your sister?
It is. Hi, Charm.
It is really?
No.
Oh,
Spiritual sister. No.
just kidding. And I was like, she said you went along. I'm like, you got me. Okay, I'm easy.
We'll come back next week for messages. I mean, we don't know when we'll be doing readings again. Maybe we'll be doing them next week, since we had such a high audience participation today.
Yeah, great.
But really, I mean, you just asking us the question. You're asking the spirit world, the universe, this question too. So be open to receiving those signs that we were helping you guys with. Be open to receiving signs.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you guys for showing up and being here with us, and for all the great questions. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here next week on Seeing Beyond Living Transformed. We'll see you back here next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Have a beautiful week, everyone. We'll see you soon.